is Fabrizio, and I'm the founder of Socompa in the northwest of Argentina in Salta. What we do in Socompa, we do many things, and we do many things since 2004. So we're going to our 20th anniversary. Basically, we do trips, private trips or small group trips with four-wheel driving car and an amazing group of guides and an amazing group of people in the office taking care of each detail of the trip, from the real beginning of the planification of the trip up to the end and after the end of the trip, with all the feedback and arrangement to try to always perform a better trip, a better expedition. I wanted to talk to you about what these 18 years has left to me, this experience, and I would like to have a free flow of thought with you. And thinking about this, I don't want to talk about economic, financial, or organization stuff or personal experience, because it will take 6 months to talk about only about the most significant experience that me and my family and the group of people that stay with me since a lot of years ago, because we have a kind of not so small group of people that are really spending more than 10 years working together with me and in the company. I would like to tell you about one thing that I believe it's something that you can find in Socompa, and you can find it in all, especially the small company, and especially in the company that deal with a lot of details, a lot of passion. Because for me there is there is something that link the word details with the word passion. You cannot work in an environment where you have to manage a lot of details without experience, competence, but a lot of passion. Otherwise, the game doesn't close. You cannot deal with that. So the things I want to tell you, it's about magic. There is only one answer when I look at my personal working experience, life experience, because it's the same of the last nearly 20 years, because it's 18 years of the legal existence of the company. But of course, in the beginning, I was alone. I was an Italian, not having any relative in Salta, and I had I didn't have any four-wheel driving car. I was hiring a four-wheel driving car. I had no authorization, no license, and I was starting to work. So it's a little bit more than 18 years. It's around 19 years. So the thing that really goes through all this experience is about magic, and there is no other word than the magic. Without magic, all our history, all the people that passed through the company, all the trip we have made, all the effort that we have done, and all the problem that we have overcome, impossible. There must be some magic, and I believe it's about Socompa experience, and it's about also other company, provider, tour operator, travel agency, everybody who lost a lot of people, a lot of years, who really focus on people. We always repeated our company is a people company, not only because we deal with people, but because it's about people. It's about the person who work in the company. There is no app. Maybe one day we will have an app, but it's the same. It's about people. From the real beginning, I didn't want to use any software to design our trips, our travel, our expedition. Because I always thought that if we have a software, then everything becomes routinary. It becomes something that you don't put any attention because it's the software that win, and you have just to add prices and something like this. So every trip, also today in 2022, it's made in a very rustic way, where everyone working in Socompa is forced to think about which is the best solution for that specific request, and that for me it's fundamental. So why it's about magic? Because there must be a magic that is caused by other things, but magic must exist. And what is the reason of this magic, Socompa magic thing? And I believe is about a kind of consistency in be fair. We always try to be fair with our customer, trying to say always the truth about our trips. But this kind of consistency, where you are fair, being fair with your employee, being fair with your guides, be fair with your provider, be fair with yourself, be fair with your tour operator clients, be fair with the MC, be fair. That for me builds up the possibility to create something magical. And the magic can exist if you are a fair person, if you manage things in a fair way, and it's not easy. Otherwise, magic will be a kind of a common asset, but it's not.
Hello, Remoters. My name is Mariana, and I'm the Executive Director of Socompa Adventure Travel. And I wanted to answer a very important question, which is why do we need to discuss more about gender equality in tourism? Well, first of all, there is a question of female leadership that is very interesting to address. I think that if we have more women leaders in our industry, that will help us have a broader view and a more diverse view on complex issues and problems that need a solution. And I think that we are working in an industry with a majority of women that come from the working force of the international tourism industry, but only very few make it to top positions, either in the public sector or the private sector. So that I find that very interesting because it's something that we need to solve. And I think that we need to approach this issue seriously because it's at the core of new policies of inclusion, diversity and equity in every company, and it's also part of every sustainability effort that we undertake. So it's to me it's a central issue that it should be included in every strategy in every company. And it's also a very good thing because when we work on analyzing what we are doing to improve gender equality, we will find that even if we have good intentions, we might be reproducing inequalities without knowing it. So I really recommend the gender gap analysis tool developed by the UN, and it's a very good first step to find out where we're standing with this situation and to make an action plan on how to improve our working environments to include more women, and so that women also will want to go to leadership positions, to make those positions more attractive, to open up the tables, the decision-making tables, and start listening to the solutions that women can bring to all the great challenges of our industry today. and I think it would be great if more companies would join us in this process. I think remote immersion Cafayate will for sure have a positive impact for the development of the region, and it will bring the kind of tourism that we want. It's a tourism that can create genuine jobs, that it can bring responsible travelers, that it can help for a sustainable development of the region. Cafayate is really a land for adventures, a land where you will find a lot of criollos and rural communities that are eager to work with tourism, and I think it's really, really great that it's happening. As for Socompa, this is also the kind of tourism that we've been working for the last almost 20 years now, and we know that now that kind of tourism is facing a lot of challenges, because not everything we do is already finished. I mean, we still have to design better ways to travel, and we have to address each issue. So in the coming years, we have developed a plan with different strategies to keep finding the extraordinary in the small things, the small moments, and to bring together in our strategies everyone involved with the trips. It's a huge responsibility for us to bring travelers from around the world to very remote locations and untouched territories. So we're conscious of that, and we have a limit of travelers that can go to these places a year. We also have strategies for people from the region that wants to get involved in tourism, but maybe they don't know the industry, or they don't know how to enter the industry, how to develop a product. So we're helping, and we've created a training area, which we really love that job. We're starting to travel also to regions where tourism is still not developed, but it has a lot of potential around Salta. And so in our 20 years plan, we've been able to incorporate this, and this is helping us to grow our purpose, because we always had clear in our heads that we wanted to do this kind of responsible tourism and to help develop small destinations that maybe weren't previously known. And we have that experience working in the Puna region, and we think that we can bring more expertise on that in other regions. And also it's great for us to participate of remote, because we know that we can connect with other people that are really, really interested in creating a new travel industry based on the same values. And so we're really looking forward to the event, and I'm sure that it will be a great success, and it will be great for the destination and for the industry in general, because I'm sure that we can share experiences and bring back home all these new ideas and new projects, and create that force together, because sometimes we need that colleague support because we're undertaking some big responsibilities, and I think it's really nice when you can share that with your colleagues, and find a place like remote is very special. I think that I'm very lucky to have this job. I think it's one of the most rewarding jobs, to be able to promote my destination, my roots. It makes me feel proud to have this job and to be able to show travelers from around the world all the natural wonders that we have here in Salta. But also, I think it goes beyond that. I think that the places where we travel are very special for the particular reason that we go to the mountains in one of the regions that with less population in the whole planet. So that sensation of solitude, that sensation of how small we are, and to discover that feeling I think is something that it really changes you. Not only the travelers that visit us, but even ourselves, everyone working here in Socompa has had that moment when you realize that you can be happy with so little, and sometimes when we disconnect and we enter in our daily lives and we stress about things that are not really that important. So for me, it's really rewarding to be able to have this job and to be able to bring travelers to these remote regions, and also to really appreciate the culture that we have and everything that you can learn from the rural areas, from the people living in the mountains, sometimes living by themselves in the middle of the Andes. So it's something that it really goes to appreciating the small things, because we are not going to a luxury lodge, we are not going to touristic places. This is really going out into the wild and reconnecting with ourselves. So for me, it's very rewarding to be able to have this job and to talk about our culture, our nature, our mountains, our volcanoes.